Metal Leute. In the past, I've been talking about Battlefield Agency on this very channel in a video I made in German. It was a few months ago already, and it contained false information. That's why I have taken it offline. The point of that video was to show how Battlefield Agency is literal trash, because it bans you for absolutely zero reason, and no hard evidence is required. Then I showed how you could allegedly circumvent getting banned from it, which didn't work, so I took the video offline to not leave false information on the internet. I have never had problems with Battlefield Agency ever again, and that hasn't changed until this day. The worst thing has happened. I have been linked to a player that's not even me. And on top of all of that, the player I've been linked to hasn't even been cheating, and he's legitimate. And the ban he received is absolutely bullshit. What I want to do in this video is to show everybody that Battlefield Agency needs to be cancelled right fucking now. And we need to all make a stance against this heinous garbage. This shit is unacceptable. And I've always wondered what happens when somebody, for any reason whatsoever, gets linked to another player that's not him. And that is exactly what has happened now. Let's start from the beginning. What actually is Battlefield Agency? The OGs in Battlefield 3 will remember metabans. It was a similar system. Let's say you own a server. A player is playing on your server, and you think that he is cheating. It doesn't matter if he actually is or not. If you, as the admin, thinks he's cheating, you can ban him from your server as you normally would. That is bad enough, and shouldn't be in the game in the first place. However, that is where metabans came into play. You could then go ahead and place the player you just banned for cheating on a global ban list. Any server that ran the metabans plugin would now apply this global ban list. That means that once you were on the global ban list, you couldn't play on any server that had metabans enabled. You would effectively be banned from every single server, because every server ran this piece of dogshit plugin, because one single subhuman monkey banned you from his server without requiring to provide any actual proof that you were cheating. This has happened to me and many of my friends in the past, and you can imagine how we celebrated the day that metabans went bankrupt and went out of business. Sadly, another similar system is now in place, which is called Battlefield Agency. It works basically the same. It's a global ban list, and if an admin deems you to be cheating, he can put you on that ban list, and any server that runs the plugin will automatically ban you if you try to join it, without the admin of another server having actually verified the evidence. They don't even need to look at the case. You are automatically banned everywhere. It is the most heinous garbage. We all know that Battlefield is plagued by absolute garbage admins. For example, this one right here. Anyone with a KD over 2 who can hold their mouse in their hands for once and maybe has played more than 100 hours will get banned by this guy. If you know, you know. This server is known for its absolutely abhorrent player base, because anybody that can remotely play the game will be banned. The worst players that ever played Battlefield 3 are legitimately called JAH players, for good reason. They are the worst of the worst, and the only reason they are allowed to play is because they all have KDs under 1 and can't hold their mouse straight. It is a widely known and accepted fact beneath better players that this admin right here will ban anything that is better than him. And if you look at his stats, that is not very difficult. Now, when Rigbiz goes on to one of his power trips and has to have his god complex taken care of again, you will automatically land on the Battlefield Agency ban list. This will ban you from any other server. Now, this wouldn't actually be a problem, because it is very similar how Punkbuster operates. The main difference is that Punkbuster actually requires solid evidence. Punkbuster, as it is an official anti-cheat solution, scans your computer for cheat software, and only if actual evidence of cheat software is found, you will be banned from every single server. Exactly how it should be. Punkbuster requires hard evidence. Not like Battlefield Agency, which doesn't require any evidence at all. The best example of this is my friend right here. I've known him for at least 15 years, and I know that he is not cheating. He got a bug that got him banned, and he is not responsible for having this bug. As you can see in the video that was provided as quote-unquote evidence, another player can't shoot my friend because he doesn't receive hit markers. I've made a video about this in the past, which I have not put on public yet, but it is very simple to summarize. He is not cheating, and it is a server-sided bug. You know this is the case because the player in the opposing team does not receive hit markers on my friend. This means that the server doesn't know my friend is in that position and therefore rejects the hits. It is simply a bug. It's called a God mode bug, and you have it when you're getting revived too often after one another. It's common, and it happens probably every round. However, if it's happening to a 1KD player, it's not that big of a deal, because the 1KD player is usually not a disturbance to any bad admin that wants to have his peace from better players pushing their shit in. However, when this is happening to a good player, it's the green light, so to speak, for everybody, and the admins especially, to finally say, oh look, I knew it the whole time, he was cheating. And boom, you're banned. This is not how an actual cheat looks like. This is not how a damage cheat looks like. This is not how a God mode cheat looks like. If you have ever encountered a God mode cheater that has auto heal, you will notice that you will get hit marker on this said cheater, and that you will receive endless hit markers on a cheater that is actually using this kind of cheat that is implied for my friend. However, this hasn't happened here because nobody gets hit markers on him, because again, it is a bug, and it happens regularly. This is not indicative of a cheat, but the admins at Battlefield Agency obviously are too brain dead to understand this. For this reason he is falsely banned. This in and of itself makes it impossible for my friend to play on any server with his main account. That in itself is bad enough, and this alone should immediately cause everybody to riot against this stupid fucking plugin that shouldn't exist and should be legally prosecuted. However, it doesn't stop here. What happened today to me is absolutely out of this world, and it can't be described in words. For whatever reason, some dumb fuck at Battlefield Agency linked my accounts to my friend's accounts, even though it can be verified that this is not me by simply looking at the most basic form of evidence. You can just go to my Twitch channel and look at my VODs or highlights. It is clearly visible in Battlefield 1 gameplay that I am in the same squad as my friend, that we are playing together. You can hear him in the TeamSpeak, and we are both alive and playing the game simultaneously in the same squad while he is in voice chat with me. And these fucking dumb shits at Battlefield Agency fail to realize even the most basic form of evidence. It is incredible how people can be this fucking retarded. This is also the best piece of evidence that I have to show that the subhumans at Battlefield Agency sit there in front of their computer the whole fucking day, drooling on themselves and waiting for the first opportunity to present itself to get rid of you from the game. These admins hate being shit on, and their worst nightmare is them being shown that they are absolutely dog shit at their game. They wait for any opportunity to ban you, even if that means linking you to a player that is obviously and verifiably not even you. You could have found that out in minutes. Even 1 minute of research would have immediately revealed the fact that CoreGamer97 is not one of my accounts. The goal here is not to get rid of cheaters. The goal is, as usual with server admins, to get rid of better players, who would push their shit in usually. It is absolutely disgraceful, and I hope that everybody who sees this will make a stance against this fucking abomination of a plugin. Please boycott it. Please write an email to EA, notifying them about the problem and hopefully getting rid of it. It is inconceivable how such a stupid and arbitrary ban system can even exist in the first place. For any player that is somewhat good at the game, this system spits right into their face, rendering the entire dedication that people put in the game completely and utterly worthless. I hope that there's some legal loophole where people behind Battlefield Agency can be legally prosecuted in real life. for false accusations. That would be a dream, and honestly, deserved. If I were to be the person to judge about the people behind this heinous creation, I would throw all of them in jail in a heartbeat. If any responsible person from Battlefield Agency happens to see this video, here is a sincere and wholehearted fuck you. You are a disgrace, and you should immediately seek mental help. Delete your internet presence. Delete the plugin. You need to seek immediate help. And you need to come to terms with the fact that there's always going to be a bigger fish in the pond. There's always going to be a player that is better than you. And you mindlessly banning them is a sign of serious mental illness. Arbitrarily banning innocent players is not going to make your skill better. All of you are dogshit. And you should immediately delete your online presence. You are a disgrace for every other person on the internet.